Today, we're going to chainsaw carve some different stuff. We're going to start out with morel mushrooms. I'm going to make some morels, at least 2 or 3, and then we're probably going to make some corn cobs too. It's easy stuff to make, but it's good selling items. So we'll keep making these sellable items, things that sell hot. They sell fast. They're hard to keep. So we're going to start out using this Neotec chainsaw, and I'll get my headphones on, and I will get going. Hope everybody's doing pretty good. Hit the like button if you haven't already, and we will get on it. Heck yeah. Starting to look like something. Taking a minute. Hope everybody's doing pretty good. Hit the like button if you haven't already. What's going on, Woodchucker? The Shoop's Wood Shop. Glad to see y'all in there. Ray, what do you know, Ray and Sandy? Who else we got here? Look like Joseph? Yep. Make easy. I need to make some morels. I sold 2 of them. I had 2 of them with me Saturday, and I sold them. And I thought, in a year, I need to make some. looks pretty good. Let's start turning that into something. We'll see how it goes. But I think I'm gonna make 2 or 3 of these, make some corn cobs. Just need to make some stuff. Car, just burn it. Time. Hope everybody's doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hi, Sadman. How's it going? Glad to have you in there. And my buddy's Ray. What's going on, Ray? Glad to see you. Woodchucker. Woodchucker's got a killer short going on right now. I mean, I don't know what it's up to. Last I seen it was like 85,000 views or something like that. Just absolute killer short where he slung that log in there hanging off the back of a side-by-side and got it in the back of his truck. I mean, it's hilarious. I don't know how anybody couldn't like that. That was pretty good stuff. Okay, I screwed up. I don't have a lighter. Let me run grab one real quick. I will be right back. Elvis has left the building, but he will return. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You have to leave right in the middle of that. But that's why I was either stupid. I forgot things I needed. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're having a good time. All right, let's burn this baby. Mine heart at the steak. I love saying that. You know why? Okay. I know one thing, we're under a burn ban. There's the wind. Well, I wasn't expecting the innards of that to burn so well. I've been painting. It depends on the wood. This wood is just right to burn well. I may still paint it though, I don't know. We'll figure it out here in a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go through and carve them all and burn them and then come back and sand them. Let's face it, it's more fun to carve. Good enough for that one. Let me go ahead and deck it out. I'm going to deck it out with some Kona brown. And what the goal is, let that dry, and then we come back to the grooves, and it'll be in the grooves. Ah, hey, look at that. It won't squirt. All right? Nope. Okay, I got another nozzle there. Or you know what? I think I might have. No, I didn't. Okay. Let's see. Some of these nozzles in this life, especially colors you don't use much, for whatever reason, they seem to plug up a lot. Can't have that. Okay. I have returned. All right. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and spray it with Kona brown. And what'll happen if you've never seen me make these before is I'll sand all this off, and inside those grooves will be that brown. And I think I like dark walnut better for the grooves, or black, really dark walnut, than the Kona. But I have a lot of the Kona, and it don't look bad either. People still like them like that, and it does look authentic, like deep back in a big old yellow Morel. Okay, let's pull this baby off. We'll do my drill. I'm having a normal, can't find nothing even though it's in front of my face today. Yeah, take that dude and set it off, and we're gonna make another Morel or make a corn cob. This kind of depends on what the next piece looks like. Let's just set this over here for now. Sand it after a little bit. Let's see. What we got here? This one here looks more corn cob to me. It's big. It's a little wire out here at the tops, and I kind of like that more. It's just some wood I cut up, and I cut up a piece into 4 pieces so it would be good for this. This and that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Something like that. All right, so there we go. Hit the like if you haven't already. We're going to do it. Is it blurry, Chuck? I don't know. That's the last comment I've seen. Hopefully you guys can even still see me. I don't know. Heck yeah, I got signal. All right, there we go. About like that. Okay. All right, let me get my headphones back on. It could be you're in the mountains, Chucker. It could be that. Just your reception, you know. I don't know. But it could be us. It is windy today. I will say that. So it could be about anything. making these. I mean, they're kind of fun. You know what I mean? You can see it as it's coming to life. It's like a little baby corn cob inside. He's coming to life. Look like a little baby corn hiding in there. All right, let's finish him up. Let's give him some dressing. That's all right though. I'm gonna use this little light John cutter to finish it. All right, there's that. Let's burn it. Burn her! Yeah, it's a good time. All right, let's see how we got here. Hi, let's see, Sadman Islam. Sadman Islam, how you doing? All right, heck yeah. Yeah, is it just me or something? There's no chat. I'm not seeing any chat. Just last chat I seen was, is it blurry or is it just me? Okay, I don't know. All right, maybe it's not even playing. I don't know. Let's see. I know it's windy. That's a pretty dry piece of wood. Man. I don't know if I got enough paint, but I gotta have mine to paint it. It just really brings it out, you know. You realize what you're looking at. I did get one ready in there that I already had, but it's the way it goes. Let's see. Yeah, it's like, I don't know what it is. The chat just ain't moving. That is what it is. Must be on my end. Okay. If I knew Tucker, he'd have something to say. Let's see. Uh-oh, I tightened. Alright, so that was a nice corn piece. The next piece I'm gonna do another morel. Okay. Anyway, that's that. Paint it. Little baby corn. Not really a little baby corn, it's a giant corn. But okay, I guess in the stream of considered chainsaw carving, because it's probably a baby. You know, I don't know. He's small. Yeah, this is one wonky looking piece. That'll be good. Wonky makes good stuff. Alright, hope I don't hit my bowl. There's that. Okay, wonder what we're getting out of here. Hope y'all doing good. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that thing. I mean, it's not moving. I don't know. It's got to be just on me. I don't know. Whatever. You guys can't really tell me if there's some kind of error going there. I don't know. But I know I can make stuff. How about that? I know I can still make stuff. Okay, I haven't fired this one yet today. I think I'm gonna use this one. Come on, baby. Oh, Helen Keller, you don't know if she's gonna run or not. She can't see her hair. Don't want to talk to me. Nothing. I don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah. cutting it from, I don't know, maybe it was when I was cutting these logs up and bringing them home or something, and it just chipped off. So I gotta lay that baby over and see if I can't cut that off flush before I go any further. I'm gonna take a second though. All right, what the heck? All right. But stem-wise, it looks pretty good. Not too bad, not too good. Something like that. And the book's still in there. Yeah. Let's see where she comes that way. All right. Okie dokie. Let's get back at her. I think this way has a little more interesting view. At least I think so. I don't know. All right, let's split this saw around, and actually, I think I can clean up that stem just a little bit more. I'm gonna try that first. There's that. Let me turn these lights on too. Let's help a little bit. Let's burn that baby. Burn, baby, burn. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that weather coming today looked pretty nasty. And I think that's taken off, but we've been getting a really strong east wind today. Really strong. Even with that lighter. Shouldn't have took that long, should have been. All right. I gotta tell you guys, once I got done Tuesday with the live streaming, making the wolf, I looked at it and I don't like that wolf at all. I mean, I understand, you know, the first time I made one, you know, like that, a 3D piece, you know, that big. But to me, it looks more like a pit bull wolf rabbit. I haven't made up my mind what I'm going to do about it yet. I'll tell you what I know, and that's that I would not sell it like that. I might keep it, but I wouldn't sell it. I'm going to set it over in the corner. And actually, now that conant's dried on the one I already did over there, from a distance, it kind of looks like I was trying to go for a black morel, you know? I don't know. But anyway, let's paint this one, and then we'll decide what to make out of this next piece. We'll put this on there, let it dry. Maybe we'll sand them off before we're done today. And our goal is to be on here right up until the Land's handmade woodworking comes on. And we can get the heck out of the way. That is the plan. Of course, I don't know what time it is now, but it's gotta be around 6. There we go. Anyway, yeah, I guess from a distance, once that dries, I get some of that shiny glare off of it. It kind of looks like a black morel, you know, which ain't really black, you know, but, or, you know what I mean. If you know what morels look like, you know what I mean. How about that? And for those of you that don't, sorry. Can't help it. Sometimes it's just lost on us, you know. All right, set that over in the corner. Set over here. How about run out of places? What's this? Although I took a bunch off that shelf and have been working it. We sold some of it last week, and so we're trying to get some stuff ready to go. Since we're going to be at Hocking Hills Lodge again in 2 weeks, or next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend. We're going to be there that Saturday, so that pitches forward a little too much. How about this? I'll do this side. Looks like it laid back. Yeah, I'd rather, with the corn, I'd rather it laid back. Okay. Right. That looks good. Yeah, I think that's what we'll make out of this one. Let's make another corn cob out of it. There's that. Okie dokie. Yeah. Take a drink of my coffee. You believe I'm drinking coffee? Won't believe it. Because I'll tell you what, other aspects of life just sucks the life out of you, and you got to put something back in to keep going. You guys know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's right. Did the chat ever start working? No. I don't know what happened to the chat. It ain't working on my end anyway. That's what I do now. Okay. Yeah, it's something like that. Okay. All right. All right. Come on, Helen. It's still got fuel on it.
Yeah, it knocked it off a little bit, but it wasn't too bad, was it? There we go.
All right. Let me grab that little saw. It's just easier. Reach in there. We'll try it. It don't last very long. It runs out of fuel. Not too bad, not too good. You know, I know it's a little long on the end, but you gotta have some way for it to stand up. And besides that, people think they're cute, they don't care that they get this extra growth down here. You know, just caught an extra long corn, I guess. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and burn this baby. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the chat. I can't see it. That's what I know. But I can't see it. It stopped with checker and it froze up. I guess that's life. As long as I'm making stuff, you know, I'll be honest with you. I'm not having a day, much of a day for conversating anyway. And, been a while then. Set the building on fire, you know. All right, where are we at? Where's my? There it is. Yeah, I'll take him off, save him on the shelf. What time we got? How much time we got till the land? We got about almost 45 minutes. Heck yeah. All right, let's take that piece off. And I got another piece of scrap piece in here that I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. And didn't really care one way or the other, don't get me wrong. But it looks like a pumpkin. So if it looks like a pumpkin, smells like a pumpkin, walks like a pumpkin, talks like a pumpkin, it's going to be a pumpkin. And not because I want to make a pumpkin either, but I don't know what else you'd do with this. I'm sure there's something we could do with it, but whatever it is, it's going to be a pumpkin, unfortunately. Hey, I did sell a pumpkin last week, so the boss lady, she always gets mad at me. I make her pumpkins, so she has pumpkins herself, you know, and every year. And then I sell her pumpkins, and she doesn't know, but I sold her pumpkin last week. Don't get me wrong, she's not gonna be mad, but yeah, she will. She'll probably burn the house down over it. No, I'm just kidding. She won't do that. All right, there it is. No, it should be. fine, as long as they make her another one come pumpkin season, she'll be okay. And I got so much wood down here. I mean, that's not even, there's four stacks of that in there right now. And I still got 2 more rows to worth the, I don't know. I think it's 9 logs that are 25 to 35 inches, all white pine, that I got to get home yet. And I'm not even, my machine won't even pick them up, so I'm not sure how I'm going to get them home. But I will figure it out, I can tell you that. All right, I don't know if the baby's going to run now. It's probably pretty low on fuel anyway. Yeah, well, let's just do it. Helen, come on. What I've noticed is, when it's I still don't have it done by then, I'll put the fuel back in the Neotec. But let's run this thing till it's out. It's too loose. It's going to keep spinning on me. I'm not going to be able to cut it around it. And it's kind of a hassle, you know. You got to fix that. I'll tell you what I can do. Let's put this to the side for a second. Grab one of these bits for the Torx. I'll just put another screw in there so it can't spin. Because I know I'll go through that process, try to tighten it down again. And think I'm all good, everything's good, it's wonderful, spin-tabulous and fabulous and all that crap, and then it'll start spinning again. So if I do that, it should be good. Alright, I get the headphones back on. Yeah, just, you know, making a pumpkin. What the heck? Might as well. There's a weird piece of wood. I didn't know what else I would do with it. So, I guess considering good, right? fuel, I'm sure. Which I'm not shocked. That thing don't run that long.
Let's see what we.
You know, because I don't know. All right, let's see if we can put fuel in the Neotec and keep going with that. See what we got. It's pretty fun. You run them all, everything you got out of fuel. Can't complain too much about it. At least the carbon saws. I'll tell you what, that John cover, I like it. It's light, it's easy to handle, but 10-inch bar is really too big for it. And actually, honestly, I'm not sure that even an 8 would be, I mean, an 8 would be okay for detail work, I think. But it's still, it's a lot of bar for that little CC of the saw. And it comes with a 12-inch bar, you know, it's an arbor saw is what it is. But, I mean, I like to say it's some experience when it comes to, of course, you got a lot more teeth with a carving chain, and that would cause more drag, but I don't know. I think I'd be better off with a 6-inch bar, 8-inch, 6-inch, something like that. All right, let's see if we can get the stuff out of it again. I think they're all today. Come on, Grumpy.